Okay, just gonna do a little bit short video and talk about, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and we just brought our dog, one of our dogs, to a pet hospital, and we were pretty much, were we surprised or not?
No, because we'd already read.
Yeah, we had read I'd read some of the reviews, and it was just on the money. People wrote the review, said this is, don't go there. It's a used car salesman, kind of shop. And then another one I looked at, they were basically just as bad, and we were like, well, our dog needs to go to the vet. And we just got him out of the vet yesterday, or technically, since it's after midnight, it was the day before, Friday. And he's not doing well, so we're kind of worried that he's not going to make it. But I doubt he would, and like I told her, because she was such a con artist, a young woman, the vet, such a con artist.
Sit.
And I told him, no, we're not going to do that. $4,000 to $6,000 per night, and it's probably going to be several nights. Okay, he's not well. This is why we brought him.
Yeah.
If he sits down, he does it. He has pneumonia.
Yeah.
We took him out yesterday. She said just take him home and all that, the vet. But he got in a fight with the other. Okay, he had his. Whoops. Okay, now back to the video here. And they're gonna come behind me. He basically, we had to reintroduce him to the other dog. The other dog went crazy, and they said it's probably because that he could still smell the other hospital on him, so that's why they got in a fight. Well, this dog just tried to protect itself, that's all, and the other dog attacked him. First he got attacked, then the dog tried to protect himself, and the other dog, the new rescue, she got in on it, and it was a mess. But I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. He's bleeding whenever he salivates, and he's nervous. But basically, this place told us that it was a con game, whole con. That it was going to be okay. I don't know why you gotta stop right there, but what the? Okay, y'all go park somewhere else. Okay, how about that? But it was going to be a 6,000. Yeah, there was a car just decided they were going to stop right there, and the other one parked the other way. They wanted to have a little chat. But $4,000 to $6,000 for the first night, so they could. What was the term they used?
Oxygenate.
Oxygenate.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know what that means, but I'm saying that's the term they use.
Then they say it might take 3 or 4 more nights.
Yeah, then it might take 3 or 4 more
so
nights.
We're talking about $24,000 to $30,000.
It was going to be expensive. Because then she turned around, I said no. I immediately said no. And we're not going to do that. No. Because he could go to back to his regular doctor, vet, on Monday, just one day. And she said, but I think this is when she said, he could not survive the next day, Sunday at home. And I said, and he can not survive Sunday here too, right? She said, well, yes. You see, she just wanted that $6,000 for that first day. Now, we don't know if it's going to kill him or not. She said, but we don't know if it would or not. Okay, we don't know either. You're the one supposed to be you're charging $6,000 and you don't know anything. That's going to help. Well, it can go either way. Of course, they can't make, say that it would do this or that. But come on, for $6,000, you want to figure it out? It was just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm probably not even thinking logically, but no, I am. That that's keeping him there one more, not even a full, I don't know.
Right now we're gonna hurry up and get him home.
He does, it's weird, he does okay, better while we're driving.
Yeah,
We drove him there.
Much better while we're driving. Cold air, AC air in his face. I think that cold air maybe helps evaporate
Yeah.
liquid in the lungs better. As long as he's standing up, he's okay. As soon as he lays down, too much pressure on the lungs.
Yeah, too much pressure.
Poor thing, yeah. Let's hurry up and get him home at least.
We had a, basically the other two dogs, the one who rescued that dog was supposed to pick him up. He didn't do that. And so we have them all separated from one another, all three of them. And but anyway, I mean, we're afraid, of course, he's not going to make it till Monday morning when we can take him back to his vet. Well, she has a vet hospital. And this one tried to tell me, well, you sure? Does she have this? You know, if you take him home, he might not make it. She's just wanting the money. My brain keeps going back to that. It's not funny. It's just the nerve. You know, we saw other people in there. And, of course, you know, they were older people. They weren't, you know, young people. And they were trying the same thing with them. You know, it's like it's a all it is a con game. You know. Anyway. Okay, anyway, the short version of this is that, no, you know, because the first thing that she said was $4,000 to $6,000 a night. And then I said, that's just crazy. So then she goes down on it. She said, well, then after that, the nights would be about $3,000. Now, you tell me, what was the difference there? The first night to the second night. What was going to happen that they needed an extra $3,000 for between the first 24 hours and the second 24 hours?
That's a good question.
Okay. It's a con game. That's all it is. You know, they find people, they think, oh...
Well, I can see the first night they probably take a whole bunch of x-rays and all of that.
So they're not taking x-rays, $6,000 just to give him oxygen.
Yeah, but remember...
In this little cage.
Something about $500 for the x-rays or something.
No, that was something else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was what I had written down. They said if they needed to do x-rays, they were going to be $500. And that's separate. You tell me what they're doing for $6,000. So, it's just BS, man. You know, and I will be really sad if he doesn't make it, but he wasn't going to make it there either place. I just don't see it. You know, because they had some dogs in those oxygen things, you know, and they had them in there. And they weren't paying attention to the dogs. They weren't checking on the dogs. They weren't doing anything. The dogs were just in them. Did you hear me?
Yeah, they just put them in that box.
Yeah,
and
call it something.
Turn some oxygen on.
But they weren't even checking it. I never saw them check it at all. So, what are they doing? They just putting the dog in there?
It was just a show. You saw that they put two chairs over there for you to go and
sit down, and so you can see him
who
in
does
there.
that?
Oh my God!
2 chairs to watch your dog get.
And the chairs were those kind of folding chairs, you know?
Oxygenation.
God. Oh my goodness! It was just. I'm laughing at the nerve of these people. You know, I mean, we're worried. We're this worried to go out at this time of night. Yeah, we're worried about our dog. We don't want our dog to die, but we also cannot see supporting. You know, she you know, like I said, she must have student loans, and she wants to pay them off with our money. You know, some of them off with our money.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have any guarantee that
Yeah, there wasn't no, you know, she said, well, yeah, he might not make it here either through the night. So just to say that, just for them to say, you know, to me, she had no clue. She didn't really spend any time with him. She was just thinking, you know, here's some money.
Yep.
Because she didn't spend any time with him to make any kind of assessment that he would need this. Really, seriously.
Yeah.
She just saw, you know, and I saw on his tooth, I saw one of his teeth had a cut on it. You know? Teeth. His gums, his gums. Yeah. And I'm like, you're basing it on one thing that you haven't even, well, no, I guess maybe that's part of that $6,000. You know, first tell them up front, we're going to want $6,000, but we're not going to do anything to prove to you that we need that $6,000 until you've paid us.
Where the light bulb went on for me was when the guy came in first and says, "Oh, you got a pink slobber," so that's very promising because that means he's been oxygenated really good. And then for her to come and say, "Well, we're gonna oxygenate him for say $4,000 to $6,000," that kind of, I knew something wasn't right there.
He's saying it's good. She's not even in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not a con artist.
Oh, he was just making a decent assessment.
And for me, it was when she said $4,000 to $6,000, and hadn't done anything. Really, had not done anything. Yeah. She just came up with the price.
I mean, I can see if you say, okay, it costs anywhere from $400 to $600 a night, and we might need to have him 3 or 4 nights. Okay, the person say, okay, about $2,000 to $3,000, 5 nights, 4 nights. Okay, you know, it's got to be good under supervision, but
4,000
to
6,000, yeah. Oh my gosh, it just, oh my god. I don't even imagine, I can't even imagine that those machines cost 6,000.
No,
it was just a box.
I mean, even assuming that,
oh, look at the
armadillo, even assuming it's high, okay, well, oxygenation for a night costs $4,000, or it costs $4,500. What is between 4,000 and 6,000?
See how gullible you are? No.
It's just that, but
what we're checking for first is to see if you are gullible. We're not checking the dog, we're checking you. The nerve of these people. Just the nerve. Man, you know, this world is turned. Yeah. Okay, it's the next day. I'm not sure how much I told of what's been going on, but basically it's one of those no good deed goes unpunished type situation. You know, I don't believe in things like that being 100%, but that's why I say it's one of those situations. Because we basically, they had a rescue dog. We fostered it. I told Adam we're just going to foster it. He wanted to keep her. Got the shots and everything. But I told him, I said, our older dog, the one I nicknamed Mayhem, when he was young, they're all rescue dogs. Okay. And I told him that he was, you know, he's fixed. I'll put it that way. But he's still going to be very territorial over that girl dog. And she's not fixed, but that doesn't really make a difference, does it? I don't know. But because he met her, he got used to her. When the other dog was not here, the other dog was in the pet hospital. and that he was going to be territorial, and that's exactly, in my opinion, what happened. And when we introduced him back, the girl dog was outside, was in the garage, or in the laundry room, I mean. But well, no, she was there. Okay, what am I saying? It's just been so bad, so much. But the dog attacked. Mayhem attacked our other dog, which is not doing well at all. I don't think, I'm surprised he made it through the night. And he's just got to make it until tomorrow morning. And at least then, so we can take it to the original pet hospital. It's been crazy. But anyway, so he attacked him, my little buddy. And Mayhem did. I've never seen dogs fight like that. Never in my life have I seen dogs. With that dog was, like I had said, I think last night, was that dog attacked, Mayhem attacked, my little buddy, and my little buddy just tried to protect himself. Then the girl dog jumped in on it, and she's a puppy. Man, it was bad. And I think that's what did it, because it was just too much. There was a lot of blood too. Adam and I both had blood on us. And it was awful. So we did what we could do. We tried everything. Getting that vet, original vet. Then taking it, like I had said, any of the things I'd read, they have horrible reviews, and I do believe in reviews. I do trust reviews. People tell you, anybody can put that up there. No, people who are grieving do it. Just as like these doctors, I believed them because I would see the doctors and I said, this is the same crap that has happened to me. I mean, none of them, if they have any reviews, they're going to have bad ones. Okay, not all bad, but you can look to the lowest score, and they're going to have them. At least what I've seen. I should just say, strike all that, just what I have seen. Okay, I'm not saying all of them, what I have seen. And it turns out to be true. Something is going to be the same kind of thing. So I do believe them. Well, somebody tell you, don't believe those. What? Man, and there is I see the movement. Oh, don't believe those reviews. I believe them. Plain and simple. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I believe them. So what are you going to do when you can't find any that don't have bad reviews? Seriously, that are horrible. And the same thing kept coming on, because when I got home, I couldn't sleep. I was in there with the dog, and then I'd come out and have to take a break. I know how that goes. You can't just sit there the whole time. You can't. I mean, I'm saying you, I mean me, with my health conditions and all. And I would read those, but I would sit there and read the reviews, and it was the same stuff all over again. The used car salesman. Yeah, there was another expression that they kept using. Different people over time, over a year, like the last couple of years or so. And they kept saying the same amount, $6,000. Everything that they needed to do would be $6,000. God. I mean, it may sound dramatic, trying to make that voice, but how I am about feeling like people being histrionic. But this has been a lot, man. This has been a lot. Adam is not handling it well at all, and I'm worried about him. I'm worried about me, because I'm not feeling well. I'm not a well person anymore. And he's older than I, and he's not a well person. And I try to tell him it's too much stress. Plus, he smokes, I don't. And he just smokes one after another, after another, after another. And I'm just worried about all of us. Of course, I'm worried about the dog. I don't think he's going to make it. I told Adam that. I just didn't think the dog is going to make it. We can't blind ourselves to that. When the dog is saliva, this is gross. Is pink. It's red. It's blood. It's got blood. He's got pneumonia, and it was just too traumatic. That's how I see it. Too traumatic with the dog attacking him, and that's when he started. Later on, it took a little while, but he can't. And I understand that because see, the dog's condition is so weird, so coincidental. I did not have pneumonia, but I did have the fluid in the lungs. And they did that Lasix when I went to the hospital a month and a week or so ago. I don't know how long. And then that was the day after Adam dropped the dog off at that at Hosp, the kennel. And then he got kennel cough. There was some confusion about when between two vets' offices, and he hadn't had his they call it Bordetella or something like that for kennel cough. We've had two dogs that they had their kennel cough, their Bordetella, and they got it two dogs before these dogs. It is awful. And then he looks so sad. I mean, so bad, so sad and so bad. He is so skinny. This dog, my little buddy, he's just so skinny. Oh my gosh, it is sickening. Worse than when he was rescued. It's horrible. And we don't know what to do. We really don't. With each of it, if he makes it through tonight, we're gonna have him at that vet hospital right away in the morning when they open, because it's just so much, man. And I have to vet because this has been a lot. Like I was saying, Adam is not handling it very well, and I'm having to be it's the usual thing in my life ever since I was a child. I have to be the strong one, the one that thinks things through when it does, tries to do everything logical, and Adam gets to be as emotional as possible, and I'm having to hold it together. I know this is not healthy for me, so it's always been my way of handling stuff, is to vent on video, vent online. I used to write vlogs, what people call vlogs eventually, not then. But before that, I had my first computer in 1982, so. But anyway, the girl dog is going back to the rescuer. I think Adam might be out there waiting for him right now with the dog, the girl dog. And the dog that attacked her, I don't know what to do with him. A little mayhem, because I guess I grew up hearing things like once the dog tasted blood, and he tasted blood. We can never leave those two dogs together. We never can leave them in the same room. And the rescuer's mom, she's my age. She's 6 months older than I, in fact. She told Adam that she had one dog that she had to keep caged and away from the other ones for 17 years. I just can't imagine caging a dog. I mean, we do take him out, but if he makes it, if he survives it. I had said, by the way, at the beginning of this video, listened to it, and I had said, that I was only going to make it real short. Yeah, it's not happening. I might have to separate these two parts. But, this has been a lot. First my health, then the dog's health, and like I'm saying, the dog has so many similarities. It's weird coincidences, and I believe in coincidences because this is in no way contagious. I don't know about the pneumonia part, but I did not have pneumonia, but I do have an enlarged heart, and so does the dog. There's no way that's contagious, so it's a weird coincidence. And he's on Lasix, I'm on Lasix. He's on a lot of antibiotics too. And, this is just so much. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up and then just do another video. Because I do need to vent. I need to sleep more. But I have to do I've done my medicines. I wound up missing some medication yesterday. I had planned on it, the Lasix, because I wanted to switch it to morning. So it was, 12, it was supposed to be 12 hours later. I would start taking it in the morning instead, which the cardiologist, and both of them, the one in the ER and the one in the ER and the one that I had to follow up with, it's okay to do something like that. But I'm not telling you. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. Talk to you on another video.